So hello and welcome back to another analysis in our channel. So today we're going to look at the Premier League clash that happened yesterday at the Emirates. So Arsenal hosted league leaders Liverpool at the Emirates. These are two out of the three teams that are currently going for the title, because it looks like this season this is a three-horse race between Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City, and we are going to look at how both teams set each other tactically. So this was the blockbuster game for the weekend, and this is a game in which there was a lot of tactical changes that both managers put in place. We're going to try and look at which tactics each manager employed. So Mikel Arteta and Jurgen Klopp are two great managers. They are very excellent at their work, and we are going to try to look at, based on their lineups, their patterns of play and their team selections, how both managers managed to create a team that would cause problems for the other, with Mikel Arteta coming top. So Arsenal made an unusual addition in midfield, with Jorginho coming in to play alongside Declan Rice in a 4-2-3-1 system, with Martin Odegaard playing as a number 10 behind Kai Havertz, who played as a false 9. The introduction of Jorginho looked like a masterstroke for Mikel Arteta, because Jorginho played a huge role in how Arsenal managed to contain Liverpool and how Arsenal managed to overall win the game. Jurgen Klopp, first of all, will be hard done by the absentia of Mohamed Salah, a player who could create something and try to put Liverpool ahead, and Darwin Núñez, whose runs and his dynamic strength leading the line was also unavailable because he was not fit enough to start this game. So let's look at the lineup that Klopp picked. So Jurgen Klopp went again with the 4-3-3 system that he normally uses. And one huge change was the introduction of Trent Alexander-Arnold for Bradley, who is rumored not to be available to start this game, as well as the introduction of Gravenberch, who came in for Szoboszlai. And we know very well how Szoboszlai has been very important for Liverpool. And this was quite an entertaining performance, with Gakpo coming in for Núñez. So the stats indicate that Liverpool dominated possession, but they only had one shot on target, yet Arsenal managed to have 7 shots on target and actually managed to have an XG of 2.5, meaning that Arsenal dominated the game by creating the better chances and denying Liverpool any chances in this game. So how did they do this? Before we start, do not forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos like this. So we first analyze what Liverpool did. Since they had majority of possession, we try to look at what the league leaders attempted to do in this game, which will form the basis of what Arsenal did out of possession. We know Liverpool generally like to build from the back, with Alisson stepping out to play as the third centre back, with Arsenal pressing in that diamond 4-2-3-1 system, in that diamond 4-4-2 system. So Arsenal were not quite aggressive in this game because they saw how Chelsea played, and that costed Chelsea. So Liverpool were able to bypass the first line of pressure, with Alisson finding the centre backs quite easily. Now, in this middle block is where we saw a difference between Chelsea and Arsenal. So Gomez started to invert the way he did against Chelsea. But Arsenal were quite aggressive with their press, with Declan Rice and Jorginho not afraid to push back and force Gomez to play the ball backwards. And since Gomez was finding it uncomfortable playing in this midfield position because of the huge overload and aggressive press from Arsenal, he decided to drop into a more left-back position, and even sometimes as a third centre-back, with Curtis Jones playing deeper. This allowed Jota to play in a centre forward, with Gakpo pushing down the left and Trent Alexander-Arnold holding the width down the right. So in this case, McAllister, when Liverpool switched to a back three, we'll see Jorginho being the one to push forward to try and cover Alex McAllister. And sometimes McAllister will switch his position, allowing Jones to drop deep to receive the ball. And Jones was quite effective in receiving the balls in this region because he would turn and attempt to play the balls to either Gravenberch, Gakpo, and Diego Jota. And this will enable them to create a very narrow and compact combinations, making Arsenal leave and vacate spaces in the wide areas, allowing Liverpool's fullbacks and wide players time and space to attempt crosses as well as drag opponents out of position. So, the Achilles heel for Liverpool is that they committed a lot of players forward and isolated their two centre backs in behind by leaving spaces on either side of the centre backs. So Kai Havertz, who was playing as a false nine, will drop deep to play alongside Martin Odegaard so that they could create a 2v1 against McAllister, allowing the goalkeeper to play a first-time ball for Martinelli, who will look to link up with Havertz, as well as Havertz looking to link up with Martin Odegaard. And Odegaard in this position will either try to play in Havertz, and in the first goal where Havertz misquandered the chance, Saka managed to pounce on it and score. Generally, the solid 4-4-2 formation of Arsenal and the aggressive press denied Liverpool any time and opportunity on the ball, especially when Liverpool were looking to attempt to press Arsenal in their midfield third. So what did Arsenal do? And the tactics that Arsenal and Mikel employed was so great, and it was a shift from the norm that Arsenal usually employ. So during build-up is when we saw the first difference that Arsenal kept. We know Arsenal like to spread their centre-backs, and one key thing that we know is how they deploy their full-backs. So what we expected is Rice to play as a number 8, but that did not happen. And people expected Zinchenko to be the one inverting in this position, allowing Martinelli to be dropping deep to receive the ball. But rather, Zinchenko in this game played more as a traditional left back and actually started quite high up the pitch, with Declan Rice playing alongside Jorginho in midfield. So Jota would join Gakpo in pressing the two centre backs. Luis Diaz would pick Ben White, while Trent would pick Zinchenko, while the two midfielders will be looking to pick Arsenal's midfield, while McAllister will look to pick Odegaard. Now, this will prompt Liverpool's backline to shift into a back three, with centre-backs going man-to-man against Liverpool's front three. And this is where we saw the difference between Chelsea and Arsenal, because Havertz now dropped from his central position to come deep and form that box midfield. And since Virgil could not drop so deep to come and pick him, because this will leave a direct pass in space for the runs of Saka and Martinelli, Virgil had to stay deeper, and this allowed Havertz to win the aerial duel, direct goal kicks from Raya, and put Konate in a 2v1 situation, because Trent had pushed forward to press Zinchenko, because that is what Arteta wanted. Martinelli will receive the ball in this space and immediately get time and space to progress with the ball forward, looking to try to drive with the ball forward. And this, complemented with Odegaard, Saka and Rice and Havertz also pushing forward, generated a lot of strength for Arsenal, making them look like they are moving in a more counter-attacking situations. So we know very well that Liverpool like to drop into a 4-5-1 mid-block structure. So Arsenal did not invert Zinchenko and played with a more of a 4-2-4 system, with having both Havertz and Odegaard dropping in between the lines. So Jorginho was so key in picking the movements of Odegaard and allowing Odegaard to have space to turn and at least try to play in Saka. And this is where we saw Saka receiving the ball in the right half space channel. But down the left is where it was much interesting, since Zinchenko will receive the ball, drag out Diego Jota and play the ball to Martinelli, who Mikel wanted to put in a 1v1 situation against the defensively unaware Trent. And Martinelli managed to beat Trent majority of the time, and this generated numerical advantages for Arsenal while they were attacking. So this is a very huge win for Mikel Arteta, a statement from Arsenal, a team that has not lost to any top 6 side this season. Arsenal have a resounding unbeatable record against the top sides in the Premier League this season, showcasing how Mikel Arteta is growing and fitting on well in his role as Arsenal manager. Arsenal have also placed themselves in second position and are placed themselves in contention for the Premier League title. Manchester City, a team who are yet to play the 2 games in hand, are more likely to win those 2 games in hand, putting them top of the league. And this is going to be an interesting horse race, and we are looking forward to see how Arsenal and how Mikel Arteta is going to forge this team going forward. If you've liked our analysis of this video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.